Well, it's two teams here in Newport Richey, Florida, PHSC and Florida State College of Jacksonville. Both teams coming off a conference loss. Who will be 1-1 and start some conference action here in Newport Richey, Florida? Hello, I am Robert Lischak, joined by Bob Bade, my color commentator. Obviously, last time we had this duo was the home opener for PHSC against Trinity. It's a great privilege to be broadcasting here in Building K in Newport Richey, Florida. PHSC obviously hoping to get their first conference win of the season after a hard-fought fight with Palm Beach State College. Again, I'm Robert Lischak with Bob Bade here. So let's just get right down to the nitty-gritty, right? Let's talk about the stats. The team matchup. PHSC obviously averaging 84.8 points per game. They got a 73.2 free throw percentage, a 39.1 three-point percentage, and they're rebounding 23.7 times per game. They got a 9-13 overall record, obviously. And for Jacksonville, bit of a different story. They have more points per game, 89.0. They have less of a free throw percentage, 72.1. And their three-point percentage is actually less than PHSC, kind of a surprising factor, 28.9%. But they are rebounding more, 40.3 rebounds per game, and they have a winning record above 500, 14-6 overall record, which leads us to talking about these two teams right here, right now, obviously. PHSC is trying to do something that, again, they haven't done this season so far. Obviously, it's early. It is about winning a conference game, and they had such a hard-fought fight against Palm Beach, obviously, and we talked to the coaches. We talked about, you know, what they're going to be able to do tonight, and obviously looking back on the data and everything like that, you got to think to yourself, what do you think they need to do in order to win tonight?
Yeah, well, not all wins or losses are created equal, Robert. We know that, right? So the Bobcats got to have a little bit of confidence. Number one ranked team they lose to last week, Palm Beach State. But you got to think they come in with some confidence. There were some things they could have done better in that game. They know the game came down to the wire anyway. But, you know, if they do better at those things that they're good at, and at this point in the season, you know who you are, right? So you know what you do well. You know what you don't do well. If you have a good game plan going in and you play well, conference wins, though, are huge.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you know, you don't want to start off 0-2. And as you mentioned, both teams coming in with a loss. So big game tonight, the Manta Rays versus the Bobcats.
Absolutely. And you look at the situation, both teams in a very similar situation. They're coming off of away conference losses. They only lose by a couple points. I mean, PHSC losing 79-71. It was the lowest margin point differential, second lowest in a win or loss this season, 8 points. And then obviously you have Jacksonville over here. They lose 77-72 away against Florida Gateway. These teams could be identical twins. We just have to take a DNA test because guess what? They are in the same situation. Obviously, one team wants to be 1-1. The other is going to be 0-2 at the end of this game. And so for PHSC, I talked to Dylan Burkhammer before the game, and he was talking about how they were leading for nearly 30 minutes against Palm Beach, but the main issue was the last 10 minutes. They were unable to finish strong because of fouls. So how do you think their defense is going to play tonight, especially when they want to subvert away from fouls?
Yeah, well, you know, I talked to Coach Andrews before the game started. He said you just want to be in it. You know, you want to play well when the season is on the line. But I would say for the Bobcats, you know, we know they got into foul trouble a little bit last game against Palm Beach State, and they didn't make as many free throws as they would have liked.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm sure Coach has gone over with them situational basketball. You want to stay out of trouble, give yourself a chance at the end of the game. And most of the time, Robert, you know, you've seen these games. It comes down to free throw shooting. If you can be better at the line, that's going to make the difference. As you mentioned, teams are evenly matched, it seems like, in this conference.
Absolutely. Because
so it comes down to free throw shooting sometimes. Simple things.
Yeah, absolutely. Free throw shooting, as I'm seeing right now with their practice. And, you know, these two teams are evenly matched, let's say, because PHSC for the first time this season, I think, proved that they were able to go up with the big dogs, as I should say. Again, they were leading for 30 minutes against Palm Beach. They were able to at least have the lead for a substantial time. It's just the last 10 minutes, Ben Quebec fouled out. Free throw opportunities galore, so they do not want to repeat that formula. It's less fouls, it's about substantial defense, and there's also a size difference. You know, Jacksonville, Palm Beach, more physically demanding teams. It's about compensating with that defense, and you got Malcolm Worthen, the playmaker, obviously, for PHSC. Without Worthen, I really do not think there's a really big offensive chance. So you're looking at Jacksonville. They probably reviewed the game film and see Malcolm Worthen scored 35 points. How can we infiltrate and make sure Worthen does not go anywhere with the ball? So it's just those factors coming into play. So I guess I'm trying to say here is, what's the final message to this team if you had to say it with all this in mind?
Well, I know the Bobcats like to play up tempo, right? So I would say want to be aggressive, want to play our game up tempo, but want to be smart, right? If the game is close, comes down to the second half, which we expect it to be a close game tonight, be smart. Be aggressive, but be smart. Do what you do best.
Absolutely, absolutely. So PHSC coming in 9-13, 0-1 in conference, hoping to be 1-1. Florida State College of Jacksonville 14-6, hoping to do the same here at home in New Perici, Florida. It's the battle of the land and the battle of the sea. Bobcats, Manta Rays coming your way. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, here. Florida State College of Jacksonville up against PHSC. The Bobcats hoping to get their first conference win of the regular season here. I'm joined by Bob Bade, our color analyst and the purveyor of our broadcasting initiative. As we get everyone here, the starting five at the center circle, Florida State College of Jacksonville will have the ball here. Langier will give it to Walker. Walker being defended there by Worthen. Walker. Now onto the inside to Racevic. Back out to Furlong. Back to Walker. Jumper for three. Puts it in. First three for Jacksonville. They're on the board. Worthen gives the ball to Quebec. Quebec with double coverage. Hurl ball up in the air. Intercepted. Ball is kept in, though, to Stosh. Now to Worthen. Back to Quebec. Quebec moving inside the paint. Interior to Stosh. Stosh puts it in for two on the left low post.
Both teams pressing early here, Robert. It's going to be an up-tempo game.
Walker has the ball at the center circle, being defended by Worthen. Walker back to Furlong. Now on the left wing there is Pickens. Pickens down low short corner is back now on the inside. Moving his way around. Jumper fades into two and grabs it. Hurl ball to Seldenridge. Seldenridge all day lays it up and grabs it for two. Back and forth affair, it seems. 5-4 is the score. 1 point lead for Jacksonville. Walker, double coverage. Now back to Worthen, who's defending Walker. Walker at the center circle, moving to his left. Walker to Furlong. Furlong on the left wing. Furlong stepping back. Jumper for three. Wow. Puts it in. Dishes it in for three. 8-4 now.
Manta Rays shooting well from the three-point line. 2 for 2 early here, Robert.
Quebec with a baseline drive. Trying to put that one up in for two. It does not go. Walker gives it to Langier. Langier puts it up for two, and there's going to be a foul. Driving on the right side across the baseline. A block by Seldenridge. Brandon Seldenridge of PHSC, which means the number one Albert Langier will be at the free throw line.
Coach Andrews couldn't have asked for a better start for the Manta Rays, Robert. Shooting great, 2 for 2 from the three-point line and looking good here on offense.
Puts it up in the air and dishes it for that singular point, 11-4. Garcia has the ball, baseline drive, wrap around up in the air. But there's a play that gets stopped by a foul there. Call against number 15, Costa Racevic, which means that number 2 for the Bobcat side, Gene Garcia, is up at the free throw line. Garcia is 14 for 29 before entering tonight's contest.
We mentioned free throw shooting going to be a key to this game, we think, Robert.
Garcia with his second opportunity. That one goes in. Nice job there by Garcia. Walker has the ball, gives it to Langier. Langier directing traffic way up front. Langier at the center circle, down low to Furlong. Furlong being defended by Garcia. Furlong has the ball after a pass by Pickens, then dumps it off to Langier. Langier on the interior, double coverage, right short corner. Given to Furlong with a baseline drive to the left as that one hits the rim, and there's going to be a call.
Yeah, that's a traveling call on Shaq, so it'll go Bobcats ball. Bobcats down by 5 here, see if they can close the lead.
Garcia has the ball, passes it to Garcia. Stosh back out to Garcia, gives it to Worthen. Worthen on the right wing, being defended by Pickens. Down low to Quebec, back to Worthen. Back to Quebec. Quebec on the interior, moving his way in the middle lane, fades for 2 and grabs it. 11-8 now.
Good move by Quebec.
Walker with a full steam ahead.
Bobcat ball.
Ball went out of play. Stosh dumps it to Worthen here. 11-8, Jacksonville leading early inside. the first. Stosh has the ball, but it's taken out by Amari Pickens as it went out of play on the Jacksonville bench.
19 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Bobcats to set something up here. See if they can get the lead down. It's a 3-point lead for the Manta Rays right now.
Darius Miles is in for PHSC. Worthen down low to Stosh, back to Worthen. Worthen moving on the interior. Worthen trying to push double coverage to Quebec. Quebec moving forward, double coverage, can't do anything. Trying to do a jumper. Then last minute, trying to get a pass to Stosh, but no one was there for that one. Walker has the ball against Worthen. Walker moving to Furlong. Furlong for three off the glass. Ball picked up by PHSC. Worthen on the left, moving past the center circle. Furlong trying to defend someone,
nice
but there's a great layup from Worthen to Stosh. 1 point game now.
Great path by Worthen there, giving Stosh an easy look at a 2-pointer.
Walker has the ball. It's given to Pickens. Pickens with a baseline drive to the left. Ball back out to Walker. Walker for three off the rim. Ball picked up by Stosh after a deflection by Miles. As Worthen moves up midcourt with the basketball. Worthen directing traffic. Worthen pushing through. Back to Quebec. On the right corner to Stosh. Jumper, fades for
nice.
two and grabs it. Takes the lead.
First lead of the night for the Bobcats.
12-11 is the score here. 1 point lead for PHSC. Walker has the ball for Jacksonville. Walker, middle lane option, layup for two and grabs it. Bounce back two, takes the lead by one. Quebec has the ball, back to Worthen. Worthen moving up. Ankle breaker on his way to the three-point line. Another ankle breaker down low, but ball is intercepted to Pickens. Pickens with a heavy dunk. One too many times, it seems, trying to show off, and unfortunately, Jacksonville was all over it. Seldomridge back to Worthen. 3 point lead for Jacksonville. Worthen trying to push on the inside. Ball is taken away, given back to Pickens. Pickens against Quebec. Pickett puts it up. There's going to be a timeout, it seems. Yes, a timeout, 17-12. Right now, Jacksonville leading here.
Yeah, it's been the Amari Pickens show the last 30 seconds here, Robert.
And great.
Bobcats getting a little sloppy with the ball, and Pickens is making them pay at the other end.
Racevic able to take the ball away, then give it to Pickens for that last opportunity. And obviously, PHSC calling the timeout and trying to reset here. It's still a very close game, but as you can see, things can shift right on a dime.
Yeah, both teams came out very up-tempo, looking to capitalize on any kind of pressure. And the last two possessions, of course, the Bobcats have turned it over, and you see the nice results for the Manta Rays, getting two easy buckets there to take a 17-12 lead.
Absolutely. As we have this timeout here, we like to say that PHSC is a proud member of the FCSAA. The Florida College System Activities Association has provided vibrant academic and athletic opportunities for students around the state of Florida. To learn more about their mission and their role, go to thefcsaa.com.
You know, Robert, the FCSAA is widely recognized throughout the country as one of the best statewide associations that govern athletics and other activities. It's the envy of many states across the country. They do great work.
Obviously, the Region 8 tournament for the FCSAA is coming up in February in Jacksonville. Obviously, each conference win will dictate their position. These four teams, Gateway, Jacksonville, Palm Beach, and PHSC.
Rob Chaney and Kelly Warren do a great job running that association.
Worthen has the ball at the center circle. Given to Quebec. Quebec in the middle to Seldomridge, down low, back to Worthen. Worthen near the right wing. trying to move inside, triple coverage. Given to a fellow Bobcat. It's 17-14, 3-point lead for Jacksonville.
Good possession there by the Bobcats. Good ball movement, getting an easy look and a two-pointer there.
Walker has the ball. Walker given to Racevic on the right wing. Now to Furlong. Furlong back to Languer. Languer with the ball stripped by Worthen. A trip up, and there's going to be a call. Some discussion here between the officials.
I think they're discussing the foul here.
A foul against Albert Languer. That means that PHSC will have the ball at the sideline here facing the broadcasting booth near the PHSC bench as Stosh gives it to Worthen. 13 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first half of things. Worthen directing traffic. Down low to Quebec. Back to Worthen. Double coverage. Inside to Stosh. Nice beautiful pass. Layup. A wrap around. Unable to grab it. Miles picks it up. Inside to Seldenridge. Fades for two. Misses. Ball is picked up by Jacksonville, but then there's a call at the end of it.
I think it's Bobcat basketball that went off of the Manta Rays. Bobcats getting another chance here. 20 on the shot clock.
Seldenridge has the ball at the baseline. Given to Quebec. Quebec being defended by Walker. Quebec in the interior to the right side. Spins, fades for two, off the rim. Ball given to Walker. Now on the inside is Pickens. Down low to Racevic. Jumper for two. That ball misses. Quebec has the ball. Moving up inside past the center circle. As we get another call. Call against Jaden Walker, a block.
Manta Rays picking up some fouls here these last couple of possessions.
They have 3 fouls so far. Darius Miles, number 24, will have the ball to the right of us. Gives it to Worthen, who's near the center circle. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Given to Quebec. Quebec to Miles. Inside to Seldenbridge on the left corner. Loses the ball. Down low to Stosh. Back to Quebec. Quebec 4-3. Nice. Puts it in. Drains it from downtown and ties the game. 17 all. With 12 minutes and 21 seconds left inside the first half, Walker has the ball on the right wing. Walker moving on the interior. Back to Languer to a Jacksonville teammate, that being Pickens. Pickens, jumper for two. That ball misses. Stosh gives it to Worthen. Worthen moving up. Double coverage outside the three-point line.
Bobcat's going to slow it down a little bit, look for something here.
Worthen to Seldenridge. Seldenridge for three off the rim from the left corner. As Kalahar, new player for Jacksonville, gives it to Walker. Pickens now down to Furlong. Back to Pickens. Pickens being defended by Miles. Double coverage on the inside lane as a call is decided here. A call from the official. A push from Darius Miles, 24 on the Bobcats roster. Miles had 18 fouls entering tonight's contest.
2 shots for Pickens. He misses the first. Now
Pickens was 10 and 46 from three. He had 210 total points coming into this. Obviously, both teams are very high scoring so far this season. As again, it's 17-17, very close affair. 11 minutes and 33 seconds left inside the first half of things, and got to be thinking it's a pretty close game. What can PHSC do to make sure that they can actually not only break the tie, but maybe get a lead going?
Yeah, well, they had a little bad stretch there where they were giving the ball away a couple of possessions in a row. So number one would be stop doing that. You know, they've picked up a couple of easy fouls on the Manta Rays when they've had the ball on offense. So I would say, you know, if the Manta Rays are going to keep playing that aggressively, keep taking those fouls up, might play out nice at the end of the half here, getting them in foul trouble. And just, slow it down when you want to set something up. But if the opportunities are there, the Bobcats have driven to the basket and gotten some nice, easy baskets underneath the hoop.
I think defense is especially a key for PHSC, not overly inverting yourself or extending yourself, I should say, into the defense, trying to compensate. Just do the best that they can without, of course, causing their own fouls and then having them at the free throw line. Because, again, Jacksonville, Palm Beach are really great free throw teams.
Yeah, complimentary basketball, Robert. Don't give up the easy, turnovers that turn into layups or dunks for the Manta Rays.
So Pickens back out on the free throw line for Jacksonville. Hits the rim. Ball was picked up here, down low as it goes out of play.
It'll be Bobcat basketball tied at 17.
Kalhar, number 32, tried to gain possession of it, but it went out of play to the PHSC bench. The ball will be at the PHSC bench with Stosh giving it to Worthen. Dunbar is in for PHSC, number 30. Dunbar gives it to Worthen. Keenan Johnson is also in the game for Jacksonville. Jesus Rice defending Worthen. Double coverage inside to Stosh. Back to Jordani Blanc, who also steps in for PHSC. Down low to Stosh, to Quebec on the right wing. Moving, short corner, baseline drive, jumps for two, puts it in right before the shot clock runs out.
Quebec's feeling it a little bit here, Robert. He's got a hot hand.
Fawcett is in, number 44 for Jacksonville. He has possession, being defended by Blanc. Now to Worthen, who's defending Fawcett. Fawcett to Furlong for three. That ball misses. As it seems the last touch there was from Keenan Johnson, the forward from Jacksonville, Florida. PHSC will have the ball at the baseline with Jordani Blanc. Dunbar, number 30, has the ball for PHSC, gives it to Worthen. Ball to Stosh on the interior, down low to Quebec, but a miscommunication inside the restricted area as the ball went out of play.
Some changes here for the Bobcats as we have 10:25 left in the half. Not surprised, Bobcats are playing real up-tempo, slowing it down a little bit here, not pressing as hard as they were early in the game.
Fawcett gives it to Rice. Rice now on the inside to the left. Back to Rice, who's outside the three-point line, to Fawcett on the right side of things, being defended by Seldenridge. Spins around on the interior to Furlong, but it's intercepted by Stosh.
Good defense by the Bobcats.
Worthen has the ball. Worthen stepping back, double coverage. Worthen directing traffic. Worthen trying to move. To Garcia for three. That ball misses badly, but there's going to be a call.
I think the foul's on the Bobcats underneath the boards.
Yeah, call against Jordani Blanc. The fouls are tied up for the first half right now, 3-3. Ball's given to Fawcett, double coverage to Furlong at midcourt. Inside to Kalahar, now back to Rice. To Furlong, to Kalahar. On the right wing, moving up. To Fawcett, now on the left side. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's a deep three. That misses, goes right in the hands of Joseph Stosh. Stosh to Worthen, Worthen moving up midcourt. Moving on the left side, short corner, fades for two, ball is missed. Fawcett now moving up, middle lane option. The wraparound shot, that one misses and goes out of play. Great defense by Seldenridge on the interior.
Really impressed with the Bobcats' defense the last couple of possessions, Robert. Doing a good job there.
19-17 is the score. PHSC with a 2-point lead with less than 10 minutes left inside the first half. Worthen has the ball, given to Stosh. Right wing, back to Garcia. Garcia inside with a wraparound and puts it in.
Nice strong move.
A great Houdini move. It's 21-17. Rice has the ball on the left wing, being defended by Seldenridge. Jumper for three, puts that one in. 1 point game, 21-20 from a three-pointer by Rice. Down low to Garcia. Ball to Quebec, but a misfire there that goes out of play. Miles is in the game for PHSC now. Rice gives it to Fawcett. Fawcett being defended by Worthen. Now Seldomridge to the right to Furlong. Here's a deep three. That one misses off the rim. Ball is picked up, though, by Kalahar. Now here's a deep three attempt. That one does go in by Jesus Rice. Give it to Quebec. Quebec for three. Puts that one in from the right wing. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's what it seems here. Back-to-back threes. It's 24-23, 1 point game. Fawcett now to Rice. Rice for three, puts that one in.
This is a 3-point show here.
It's like we're in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
As PHSC calls a timeout, Dylan Berkhammer there. It's 24-26, a 2-point lead now for Jacksonville with 7 minutes and 41 seconds left to go inside the first half of things.
Yeah, I mean, basically the lead came down to 3-pointers there. I mean, Jacksonville is just, I think they're 5 for 6 maybe in this first half.
I mean, and again, if you're really looking at all the stats here, you know, Jesus Rice for Jacksonville entering today's contest is 36 and 81 from three, and he's firing it like it's hotcakes.
They like to shoot it. They've been trying to spread the Bobcats out when they've had the ball, and I think they're just looking for a guy to get open for a free look at a 3-pointer, and they're chucking them up.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we're seeing is some inconsistency in passing, as we saw. That's kind of a thing that slows down the momentum a bit. If they can clean that up, I mean, it's still a very competitive game, and they can easily, with a layup, tie this thing.
Yeah, Quebec's had the hot hand for the Bobcats. If I were the Bobcats, I'd look to free him up for some looks at the basket because he's feeling it right now.
Again, a very important game between these two teams. They're 6-4 in the last 10 games, 0-1 in conference play, hoping to get their first conference win of the regular season. Conference wins do dictate the seed placement in the Region 8 tournament. Worthen has the ball. Worthen being defended by Rice, given to Stosh. Inside to Miles, fades for two. Ball is missed, picked up by Shaq Furlong. Now to Fawcett. Rice, deep three, off the rim. Ball picked up by Worthen across the baseline. Worthen moving up at the left wing, back to Quebec. Quebec pushing forth, and there's going to be a call.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville's on to the Quebec show here, so they're going to put a lot of pressure on him when he gets the ball.
A call against Shaq Furlong here means that PHSC will have the ball facing the crowd here on the sideline, the opposite sideline from us. Worthen has the ball here. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Down low to Stosh outside the three-point line. Given to Worthen. Worthen on the interior. Back to Quebec. Quebec for two. Misses off the rim. Ball goes out of play with a last touch, I believe, by Rice. Between Rice and Miles.
That was a nice play by Miles. I think he slapped it off the Jacksonville player's foot.
Seems like it because Worthen is now at the opposite baseline here. As players get readjusted. Down low to Seldomridge. Layup for two. There's going to be a call. Call against Jacksonville again, this time on number 44, Thomas Fawcett, the guard from Middleburg, Florida. And it means that Braden Seldomridge, number 0, will be at the free throw line, I should say, excuse me. He's 21 and 37 entering tonight's contest. Seldomridge averaging 11.6 points per game with 15 steals and 10 assists. Fawcett gives it to Languer. Languer being defended by Miles. Languer and around midcourt. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Languer directing traffic. Languer moving now inside. Jumper for two, and that one goes in.
Yeah, and he'll shoot one from the line. I think Darius Miles got him there on the shot, so he'll shoot another.
Langier with a last-second option hits the ground, but grabs the two and is up at the free throw line. 29-25. Jacksonville leading inside the first half.
Got Jordani Blanc checking in, number 14 for the Bobcats.
Jordani Blanc, 103 total points this season, has been a consistent player with 5.2 points per game. Worthen moving up front at midcourt. Worthen, wraparound shot, misses, picked up by Stosh. With an opportunity that he successfully grabs from the left low post for two. Joseph Stosh there, and there's going to be a call between Worthen and Fawcett. As Fawcett pushed heavily towards the three-point line with Worthen trying to defend it. Fouls even up 5-5. Garcia now for PHSC's in the game. Albert Langier, the guard, will give it to Fawcett now. Fawcett at midcourt. Fawcett dribbling the ball. Given to Gilbert. Back to Fawcett on the right wing, being defended by Worthen. Inside. Now to Gilbert for a jump shot for two and grabs it. 31-27. Jacksonville leading.
Good touch there by Gilbert.
Worthen, hurl ball to Stosh, but it's intercepted by Keenan Johnson as it went out of play. Johnson going up onto the stands, excuse me.
He was 8 rows up when he was all done.
Yeah. Hopefully no collisions with the fans and the players. Worthen has the ball after being passed to Seldomridge. Double coverage ball is taken away, but there's going to be a call.
There's a backcourt violation there. I think when Malcolm dribbled the ball, he dribbled it backcourt, and then the referee saw it.
It means that Jacksonville will have the ball right at the PHSC bench with number 12, Jesus Rice, who gives it to Fawcett now. Fawcett to Langier in the middle, just past the three-point line, now moving inside to the left post with a reset there for a jumper two by number 22, Tyson Gilbert. 33-27. Double coverage. Stosh moving on the interior, left low post. Pick up by Seldomridge, and they grab two. A connection there, and it's 33-29 with 4 minutes and 55 seconds inside the first half. Fawcett has it, the left wing for Jacksonville. Being defended by Seldomridge, moving to his right, now back to his left. Inside to Gilbert. Gilbert fades for two, off the rim. Ball picked up by Quebec. Ball down low and recovered to Garcia. One-on-one battle as Garcia goes down hard. No call. Stosh recovers the ball, puts it up for two off the glass. It's a wild hen house in here. 33-31, 2-point lead for Jacksonville. Hopefully Garcia is okay after that fall, but Stosh picks it right back up.
Been an action-packed first half here.
Gilbert gives it to Johnson. On the inside, Rice steps back near the right wing, now moving to his left. Middle lane option for two, lays it up and grabs it.
Oh, nice.
35-31, down low to Worthen. Worthen up by Quebec. Back to Worthen, inside to Stosh. Stosh trying to move on the interior, and it's taken away. Albert Langier, ball lost thanks to Quebec trying to get some heavy defense as it went out of play.
Yeah, great hustle by Quebec getting back there and poking that ball out. It'll stay with the Manta Rays, but Bobcats will have their full team back now.
It looks like we're going to have a timeout here. 35-31 here, Bob, and it is a back and forth affair. PHSC picking up the aggression a little bit in the last couple of minutes, able to get some twos on the inside from the left post, the short corner. you know, it's about grit in this game. How long can you last, especially in a conference game like this?
Yeah, it's been action-packed. I mean, if I had to, I mean, both teams obviously evenly matched here. I would have to say the Jacksonville Manta Rays shooting a little bit more and hitting more, obviously, than from the three-point line. Bobcats, like you said, Robert, having a good couple of possessions, driving it in underneath the basket and getting some layups and some hard-fought two-pointers underneath the hoop there.
Absolutely.
Both teams pressing too. I mean, it's not a game for the unconditioned.
Absolutely, it's an aggressive game. It's like we're in a '90s NBA final.
Yeah.
You know, it's so aggressive. But they've been able to do some good things in the last couple of minutes. It's just about those fouls, I think, especially when Jacksonville, again, more consistent at the free throw line, and they got some really heavy three-point shooters. So PHSC got to compensate with some inside drives and maybe some opportunities if they can get it from three. But again, they got that double and triple coverage almost immediately when they come in. So Fawcett has it at the baseline for Jacksonville. Fawcett up high to Languer. And the ball is all the way back in Jacksonville's side of things. Now he's moving up midcourt against Quebec. Languer directing traffic from the right wing. Languer to Fawcett. Fawcett on the inside against three. Ball is down. Given to Gilbert. Down low to Johnson. Johnson for three. Puts that one in from the left side. 38-31. Quebec. Double coverage. Needing help here. To Stosh. To Worthen. Inside. Down low to Seldenbridge.
Nice.
For two. Great play. Connection from Garcia with a baseline to Seldenbridge. Up on the left low post for two.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Bobcats.
Jesus Rice has the ball for Jacksonville. Back to Fawcett. Fawcett for three in the middle, off the rim, picked up by Rice. Rice on the inside, to the left now, fades for two, misses badly. As Stosh has the ball, gives it to Quebec. Quebec moving in. Quebec loses the ball as they go down for it. And there's a stoppage in the play. As everyone resets here. Seldenbridge will have the ball at the baseline for PHSC. Seldenbridge. Ball given to Worthen on the right corner, moving inside to the right wing. Now stepping back, way out to the center circle. Down low to Quebec. Quebec trying to push in. Fades for two, off the rim, picked up by Gilbert. As it's pushed forth to Pickens. Pickens on the right wing. Pickens puts it back out to Languer. Languer moving with a drive as he goes down heavy. From the right short corner. A push by number 10, Joseph Stosh. Which means that Albert Languer, the guard, redshirt freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, will be up at the free throw line. You have Stosh, who has 30 fouls coming in to tonight's contest. Garcia is back on the bench as Miles is in for PHSC. Ball is in. They hit 40-33. Jacksonville leading less than 2 minutes inside the first half. Worthen to Quebec. Quebec to Miles. Miles deep for two. Off the rim. Ball picked up by Jacksonville. Languer. Languer moving up. Languer being defended by Quebec. Ball given to Dylan McLeod. He's in, number 23 for Jacksonville. Now to Gilbert. Back to McLeod. Lloyd. Ball is tipped up by Miles, picked up by Worthen. Worthen moving in on the left short corner. Ball goes out of play. With the Jacksonville defense heavy. As Worthen will have the ball at the baseline, though, on the Jacksonville side. Down low to Quebec. Quebec trying to spin around. Trying to put it up for two. Misses. Jacksonville has the ball. Pickens with a burst of speed. Given to McLeod for three. Drills it from the left corner. 43-33, a 10-point lead with 60 seconds left inside the first half. Stosh for three. Off the rim. Ball goes out of play between Selden Ridge of PHSC and Dylan McLeod, who seems to cause the foul for Jacksonville, which means Worthen will have the ball at the baseline. Fouls tied 6-6.
It's a big possession for the Bobcats. They're down by 10. They got to stop the bleeding a little bit here.
Worthen down low to Quebec. Quebec, middle paint, fades for two, grabs it, executes it with precision. Pickens dumps it to Lengier. Lengier just standing there.
Yeah, I think the Man Ray is going to look for to run the clock down a little bit. They can't run the half out, but they can run it down.
Being defended by Selden Bridge. Back to McLeod for three. Off the rim. Picked up, though, by Miles. Given to Worthen. Worthen moving. Steps back for a moment. He's at the midcourt area. Moving to his left as the clock runs out.
Yeah, Bobcats in play for the last shot of the half here.
Moving on the interior. Tries to turn around. Quebec can't do anything. Short corner for two. That one misses. As the first half concludes, 43-35, I should say. Excuse me on that error. 43-35. Jacksonville is leading.
Yeah, it could have been worse for the Bobcats. They were down by 10, and it could have been more, but they made that bucket. They could have cut the lead even more if they had had a better possession there at the end of the half. But down by 8, it's still anybody's ball game, Robert. It's gonna whoever plays better in the second half, I think, is going to win the game.
Absolutely. For PHSC, it's a golden opportunity to be 1-1 in conference, obviously, with Florida Gateway in second right now. Jacksonville is tied in third. And Palm Beach is obviously in first. So, again, every conference game matters. And I think when they're entering the second half of things, it's just tweaking those issues, especially, I think, with some inside passing, some turnovers. I think they really got to get some deep threes somehow, some way. But that double and triple coverage just beyond the three-point line, it's just tricky. It's just tricky.
I think from what I noticed, Quebec, when the ball slows down on the Bobcat side, Quebec is the go-to guy. I think Jacksonville's onto that. I think the Bobcats can get other players involved and get points from other players, but they got to move the ball around. When it slows down, it seems to go to Quebec, and I think Jacksonville's kind of onto that. So we'll see what the Bobcats come out with. Hopefully they can get the ball moved around a little bit, free up some other players, and then go to Quebec in those key spots where he can get some good looks as well.
Yes, as it is now halftime. Jacksonville is leading here 43-35, and just about 15 minutes we'll have the second half of action. Will Bobcat Nation get their first home conference win? That will be decided in the second half. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. Here, Robert Lischak, Bob Bade. It's PHSC up against Florida State College of Jacksonville. 43-35 is the score entering the second half of action.
And if you tune in late, this is a key game, a conference game for both teams. Both teams come in at 0-1, so looking for their first conference win.
There's stoppage on the play. Call against Gene Garcia. First foul of the second half here. Both teams 6-4 in the last 10 games, 0-1 in conference.
I'm sure the Bobcats hope that Jacksonville cools off a little bit from the three-point line.
Well, they grabbed two there, 45-35, a 10-point deficit for the Bobcats. Worthen has the ball, given to Garcia. Back to Worthen. Being defended heavily by Walker, double coverage in the interior to Seldom-Ridge. Lays it up for two on the left low post. Languer against Seldom-Ridge. Ball picked up by Stosh, given to Worthen. Worthen on the left side, entering left short corner. Double coverage, trying to move in. Turns around with a fade up for two as he goes down on the ground.
Let's make sure he's all right.
Yeah, that's very difficult, but he's back in it with a burst of speed, defending Walker of Jacksonville. Seems like he's holding onto his hand, though. He's wincing in pain. Walker to Furlong. Deep three off the rim, picked up by Worthen. Pass inside to Quebec. It's a 2-on-1 as the ball goes out of play, out of the baseline.
Boy, if the Jacksonville could just cool off a little bit, Robert, from the three-point line, the Bobcats will get right back in this.
Worthen is still out there. He was holding his, I believe, left hand or right hand, but he's still in it. Worthen at the baseline, given to Seldom-Ridge. Seldom-Ridge on the right wing, directing traffic down low to Worthen. Worthen is on the right corner, trying to move in at the high post, right high post, spins around. Jump up for two and grabs it, and there's a call against Jacksonville. Double trouble. A call against Jaden Walker of Jacksonville here means that Worthen will be at the free throw line.
Worthen, that is a good, strong move, Robert.
Worthen is 85-97 at the free throw line entering tonight's contest. Puts that one in.
Quickly, the lead's cut to 3 here in the second half.
Walker has the ball, being defended by Worthen up midcourt on the right side. Furlong. Double coverage with Stosh and Quebec. Stosh gripping onto the ball as Furlong tries to rip it on the left low post.
I think it's Bobcat basketball.
It is Bobcat basketball after that play.
Down by 3, chance to tie it up here, Robert.
Garcia to Worthen. Down low to Garcia. Down low to Stosh, who's on the right wing. Back to Worthen. Worthen, right wing movement, down low left. Ball taken away. No, ball is still moving around between Garcia and Furlong at the high post, the left high post, I should say. Scrambling for the ball like it's a cat and mouse.
Yeah, an aggressive start to this second half. Bobcats doing a good job cutting the lead to 3.
Languer has the ball at the baseline. Languer up midcourt to Furlong with a layup on the left low post for 2.
I think he's going to shoot 1-2 here.
Yes, there's a call against PHSC. Call against Joseph Stosh, the sophomore from Zephyr Hills, Florida. Shaq Furlong will be at the free throw line. Shaq is averaging 12 steals, 16 assists, and 6.9 points per game. Stosh has the ball. Given to Quebec. Quebec racing up front with a beautiful, mystical layup on the right side. It's a one-point affair. Walker has the ball for Jacksonville, moving on the interior, layup 4-2.
Wow.
Back and forth twos between PHSC and Jacksonville, 47-44. Jacksonville leading with 17 minutes and, 1 second left inside the second half. And speaking of one, Worthen gives it to Stosh. Back to Worthen. Worthen moving up. As the ball slowly drifts and goes off the rim. Langier to Furlong. Furlong trying to put it up against the basket, but there's a call against PHSC. Once again, Joseph Stosh.
Boy, both teams being aggressive, driving it right to the basket on each possession, Robert.
Furlong will be at the free throw line here. PHSC with 4 fouls compared to Jacksonville's 2 inside the second half of things. Ball is up and in. They hit 50 here. Stosh is being replaced by Jordani Blanc, number 14 on the Bobcats roster. Furlong puts that one in nicely. 51-44. Worthen has the ball. Given to Garcia. Garcia, double coverage. Given to Worthen. Quebec being defended by Furlong. Quebec on the left wing, now moving on the inside. Trying to spin around, gives it to Seldenridge. Seldenridge on the interior, right side, middle lane, layup, misses. Ball picked up by Jacksonville. Walker moving with a burst of speed on the middle lane. Here's a deep 3 connection that misses off the rim, picked up by Seldenridge. That was from the left side. Worthen moving in. Worthen, wraparound, misses. He goes down on the baseline. Walker has the ball for Jacksonville. Ball given to a Jacksonville teammate for 3 off the rim by Pickens. Trying to lay it up for 2 there. That ball goes, and it's still kept in play by Furlong. Pickens on the interior against Blanc. Ball is up in the air. Goes back past the 3-point line as there's a stoppage in the play.
But Bobcats gave him 4 opportunities, and I think it's still Jacksonville possession here. The action's so fast, Robert. I'm getting tired just watching it.
I know, it's such a back and forth, and yes, Jordani Blanc got the foul, so it was a hit. So,
but that was like their 4th look at it. I mean, the Bobcats just couldn't get a rebound there on that.
Could not.
Side of the floor.
With the timeout, it leaves us with a great opportunity to talk about PHSC, obviously Pasco-Hernando State College. Today's broadcast is powered by Pasco-Hernando State College. For over 50 years, PHSC has been a comprehensive learning-centered institution serving its communities by providing excellent, affordable, and accessible education, enabling students to achieve academic success, socioeconomic advancement, and social impact. For more information about how to start your journey with PHSC, go to phsc.edu.
I was here for 35 of those years, Robert. I saw a lot of lives changed for the better.
PHSC, one of the staple colleges in the community, obviously, and athletics is one part of that, but they have some great clubs, obviously, FBLA. They have student services, human services, and, of course, amazing programs.
And you're a testament, Robert. If you want to do something and live out a dream and you start here at Pasco-Hernando State College.
Absolutely. Amari Pickens is up at the free throw line. He's averaging 10.5 points per game as that one goes in. 28 steals, 42 assists, 10 and 46 from 3. He's got 210 total points this season entering tonight's game.
Another rebound.
Has the ball, stripped to Garcia. Garcia moving up front, given to Worthen as there's a heavy stoppage. Garcia between 2 Jacksonville players as they were riding the low post, the left low post. Worthen to Seldenridge from the baseline, given to Quebec outside the 3-point line, being defended by Furlong. Quebec moving in, ball is taken away, picked up by Walker. It's a one-on-one. Walker with the layup. Attempted dunk.
Nice
that ball
block.
was missed as Walker has the ball. He's going to try for a three, but obviously that's too late on the left side. My goodness.
Jordani Blanc had a great block.
Blanc.
I think it's going to be, Bobcat ball. I think after that block, something happened, and turnover goes to the Bobcats.
Garcia has the ball at midcourt. Double coverage down low to Worthen. Worthen at the center circle. Worthen stepping back out. Worthen to Quebec. Inside to Blanc. Fight for the ball. Blanc still has it. Garcia on the inside. Back to Blanc. Layup for two. That one misses. Ball was still on the ground. Quebec. Left shot. Layup. Put up, though, by Garcia, but then there's a stoppage in the play.
Yeah, basket's no good, but I think the Bobcats are shooting two here.
Number 5. Shaq Furlong called on the foul for Jacksonville, which means Ben Quebec is now up at the free throw line.
Correct.
Quebec is 42 and 51 at the free throw line, one of the better players on the Bobcats roster in that particular stat.
Yeah, I think he's the one Bobcat you definitely want at the line shooting free throws.
Here's his next opportunity. That one goes in as well. 52-46, Jacksonville still leading.
All right, Bobcats got to get some defensive rebounds here. Stop giving the Jacksonville multiple looks.
Walker had the ball there, being defended by Seldom Ridge. As there's a call against Seldom Ridge. 6th foul inside the second half for PHSC.
They're picking up fouls pretty quickly here in the second half.
Walker has the ball at midcourt, moving inside Bobcats territory. Inside with a layup there, connection to Costa Racevic for two. On the right side for 2 points, 54-46. Quebec has the ball, moving on the inside to the middle lane, given to Worthen now on the right side, moving into the right wing. Worthen now at the center, being defended by Johnson. Worthen moving up with the layup. Ball is missed. Fight for the ball between Seldom Ridge and Languerre. As Languerre, I believe, will have the ball at the baseline. Yes, I am correct, for Jacksonville.
Tell you, every pass is being contested heavily. Every loose ball is being fought for. So I think both teams know this is going to come down to maybe who picks up one more loose ball or makes one more turnover.
Pickens at midcourt, double coverage by Quebec and Worthen. Ball given to Languerre. Languerre against Dunbar. Ball is still kept in thanks to Keenan Johnson, but it goes straight to Joseph Stosh. And now given to Ben Quebec. To Dunbar on the left wing here. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball to Worthen. Worthen left wing, moving across, baseline drive. As we're going to have a call. Call against Jaden Walker, the sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. As Worthen will have the ball at the baseline. Worthen down low to Quebec. Ball goes out of play. Ball still kept in PHSC's hands on this second go-around.
Plenty of time. They still have 20 on the shot clock. They can set something up here.
Quebec has the ball inside to Stosh. Double coverage down low to a nice opportunity by Miles for a layup, but that one misses. Languerre up against Dunbar, given to Keenan Johnson. Johnson on the inside, middle lane, left side for two, and then grab it. 56-46, 10-point lead. Worthen on the interior now, trying to go and put it up from the low post as he goes down. There's going to be a call. And it looks like Worthen will be at the free throw line.
Well, Bobcats got the lead down to 1, and now they've let it drift back to 10. See if they can close the gap a little bit here at the free throw line.
Worthen is 85 of 97 entering tonight's contest as he misses the first one. hopefully they can recover here and limit that 10-point deficit with just 13 minutes left to go inside the second half.
They missed them both.
0 for 2 on that particular attempt. Walker has the ball for Jacksonville. Walker moving on the inside. He's on a baseline drive to the right. Ball given to Langier to Johnson. Johnson for 3 off the rim. And I can't see from my view.
I think it's Bobcat basketball.
But it looks like, yes, you're correct, Bob. It is Bobcat basketball. Stosh gives it to Worthen. Worthen to Quebec. Quebec baseline drive to the left, now to Dunbar. Dunbar fakes it out to Miles, to Quebec in the middle, beyond the three-point line. Gives it to Worthen. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Worthen in the middle, beyond the three-point line, moving at the top of the key. Fades for 2. That one goes in smooth, like Land O'Lakes butter.
That's a big basket for the Bobcats. It was a long time between their last field goal.
56-48. Jacksonville still leading here. Jaden Walker has the ball. He's at the center circle now. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Spins around at the top of the key, moving on the inside, double coverage. Ball with a up-top shot from Pickens, who saves it for Jacksonville. It's 58-48. Worthen has the ball for PHSC. Worthen at the top of the key, moving with a Superman jump and grabs it from the right low post. Eight-point game here, as there's a jump shot for 2 from Walker against 3 Bobcats. It's a 10-point game. Quebec moving on the inside, fades for 2 as he goes down. Ball picked up, though, by Pickens of Jacksonville. Pickens, interior, and trying to grab it is PHSC with Quebec on the move. Worthen, baseline drive on the inside to Quebec with an up shot for 2 on the left low post. Man, things are just speeding up here in the last several minutes. Pickens steps back out. It's given to Walker. Walker being defended by Dunbar of PHSC. Walker, double coverage. Walker, middle lane for 2, floater, ball misses, picked up by Quebec. Quebec moving up. Quebec interior with a connection up front by Dunbar. Great teamwork there. Grabs 2 as we get a timeout. 60-54. Jacksonville still has the lead with 10 minutes and 18 seconds left inside the second half.
I think both teams needed a breather there, Robert. They were going at it pretty good at both ends.
So PHSC in the last several minutes getting something going on, getting something to build the foundation, at least to attempt to take the lead. They're only down by a couple points here. I mean, 2, 3-point shots potentially, or if they keep doing what they're needing to do inside the paint, it seems like they're really, really more aggressive now than ever in this game, especially on the left low post or right low post.
Yeah, you want to keep it within striking distance, obviously. You're getting down to 10 minutes left in the second half here, so a 6-point lead. Both teams are pretty evenly matched. We've seen a little bit of a run on both sides, but not those big runs that you'll see in other games. So I think this one's going to come down to the end, Robert.
Absolutely. If we can get a wide shot, just out of curiosity, I want to kind of exemplify what Bob is talking about here with the telestrator. I know that's one of the broadcasting technology that we have here. Obviously, they're going to be back on court for just a few seconds, but obviously biggest issues is these areas, these big areas here where there's multiple defenders, double coverage, and obviously Worthen's out here, and they're trying to find an option either to the left or to the right. And it's all about, it seems like once they get the ball, they just go. They grab the ball here, they're gone. They get Worthen, they get Quebec, they go on the inside, and obviously, really, it's this point forward where the scoring happens for PHSC. They haven't been able to shoot from 3 successfully. It's really just dirty work inside those particular areas.
We almost haven't needed a shot clock. Both teams seem to be making something happen quick on each possession. Bobcats got to do a better job of rebounding, Robert. I thought they rebounded really well in the first half. In the second half, they've given Jacksonville multiple looks on multiple possessions, and you just can't do that, especially in a close game. Another timeout here.
Another timeout, so I guess we can go back and maybe talk about
do more illustration.
More John Maddening, as I like to call it. So
you're good with that.
If we can get back out.
What else you got on there?
I got a lot of different technology. So if we can get it to maybe the left side or the right without the officials over there, kind of showing the court here. Thank you. Tyler is our producer, by the way.
Tyler does awesome.
Tyler and James started the streaming, obviously, and then has been able to do so much with the broadcasting. So obviously, I think, again, biggest part of their defense for Jacksonville is the double coverage, especially in these areas here for PHSC. Now, when they're able to get through, though, it's, again, usually they take the ball, they go this way. Let's say that's number 5. Let's just say that's a player. For Jacksonville. They get past this guy, and now they're able to go in. Now, do they go to the left or to the right, I should say, excuse me. And that's the question. But obviously, I think when you have Stosh or Quebec or Worthen, it's these areas where, again, it's the low post, it's on the left or right side of the short corner, more baseline drives than usual inside the second half. So it's kind of those aspects, I should say, that are making up the productivity for PHSC. Again, it's about can they keep up with Jacksonville, because it's almost like it's a response to Jacksonville's aggressiveness rather than them doing it the opposite way.
Well, Jacksonville's gotten away from the three-point shot a little bit here in the second half because they're finding success driving the ball and finding some easy buckets like that underneath the basket.
Worthen has the ball now, down low to Stosh. Stosh on the interior to Garcia at the top of the key. Trying to go down low, but it's taken away by Pickens. Pickens moving up inside as Pickens goes down hard and hits the wall. Trying to get a shot and a layup from the short corner as there's a call against Garcia. Garcia looking shocked at that. Pickens will be at the free throw line, the freshman guard, 6'2" from Erie, Pennsylvania. At the free throw line. 63-54 now. Another opportunity here for Pickens. Ball picked up by Johnson, but Johnson misses the 2. Double coverage with Worthen. Worthen breaks it out. Worthen against Fawcett. Worthen, layup for 2, grabs it.
Worthen did a good job sticking with that.
On the left side, keeps it going. Pickens, double coverage, steps back out. Here's to Fawcett for 3, misses badly. Ball picked up by Langaire. There's a fight for the ball between Seldenridge and Langaire as they stop the play.
Oh, Bobcat basketball, that's good for them.
Jordani Blanc is in for Joseph Stosh. Blanc is at the baseline here, number 14 on the Bobcats roster. Down low to Dunbar. Dunbar double coverage, back to Worthen. Worthen at midcourt, now moving. Slows it down just a little bit. Down low. Ball is stripped. It's still picked up, though, by Langaire as Worthen went down. Jacksonville celebrating on that particular moment. Yeah, we get a full timeout.
Worthen did a good job there calling for the timeout as he was on the ground. So it'll stay with the Manta Rays from Jacksonville. We want to thank everybody for tuning into the broadcast too, Robert. We may have people from Jacksonville as well as obviously Bobcat fans. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We always enjoy having you on with us on the broadcast.
Absolutely. And, if you want to keep up with the latest news on our Bobcats, check out our social media pages. Go to @AthleticsPHSC on X, PHSC Athletics on Instagram and Facebook, and follow our PHSC Athletics YouTube channel. That's where we have our broadcast for volleyball, basketball, baseball, and hopefully upcoming softball this spring. And, obviously games are 100% free to attend. So for all of the faculty, students, and staff at PHSC, come to our games, support our Bobcats. We really would love you to have the opportunity to see our players in action.
Yeah, lots of great student athletes putting their talents on display, and they do a good job in the classrooms. I know at Pasco-Hernando State College, we really pride ourselves on students doing well in the classroom, and then, of course, being great athletes out on the field and competing.
Obviously, a key thing that you might have not noticed is Phil Gaffney's not in tonight. Unfortunately, he's sick, but we do have the 2 assistant coaches here. Of course, Dylan Burkhammer and Devin Williams, great coaches. They are in for PHSC as the interim head coaches for this game, I should say, in particular. And obviously for Jacksonville, that's going to be Toriano Andrews. He actually became the interim head coach in September. He was the assistant coach for 2 seasons, notably coached in China for the Women's Chinese Basketball Association, and was promoted after John Petruski moved to an overseas job. Obviously, Andrews has been essential in the national success for player development, especially with these great players like Keenan Johnson and Furlong. Speaking of Johnson, Johnson's on the inside. Ball intercepted, though, by Worthen. Worthen moving up at the top of the key. Moving against 3 down low to Blanc, to Seldom Ridge, but it looks like he kicked the ball. A player kicked the ball. I think it was from Jacksonville's side, because now PHSC has possession of it at the baseline. Seldom Ridge to Quebec. Quebec loses the ball, recovers. Quebec moving in, steps back. He's at the right wing, short corner. Fake out, fades for 2, and grabs it nicely.
Good patience there by Quebec. He waited for the defenders to clear out and saw an open look.
Good job there. Fawcett on the move with a layup on the right side. 65-58. Quebec has the ball now. Quebec moving on the interior. Spins around, fades for 2, off the rim, picked up by Seldom Ridge. He spins around, jump shot for 2, lays it up off the glass. It's a 5-point game. Fawcett given to Rice. Now back to Languer. Languer puts it up for, I believe, 2. Yes, 67-60, 7-point game.
Nice answers by the Manta Rays. Every time the Bobcats make a bucket, it seems like Jacksonville comes right back down.
Excellent floater inside the middle paint by Seldom Ridge. 5-point game.
See if Jacksonville can answer again. They have the last 3 times.
Languer outside the 3-point line. Languer moving on the interior with a potential float-up shot on the right side as he went down. As we get a call against Jordani Blanc. We have a media timeout now. So Jordani Blanc with the foul marks the 9th foul for PHSC inside the second half here. Of course, we talked about in the pregame less fouls, which is a big thing. Trying to compensate with the heavy defense of the opponents, especially Palm Beach or Jacksonville, because of their larger sizes, the wingspans. The tallest player for PHSC, James Boyd, is out for the rest of the season. Kalen Wiggins, too. So you're really relying on someone like Quebec or Worthen or Garcia, these smaller players, for these baseline drives and these interior drives to kind of sneak through such a heavy defense. So it's really important because, again, it's a 5-point game. We have 7 minutes and 23 seconds left. It's really down to the wire, and it's almost an exact reincarnation of that Palm Beach game, if you had to really think about it. Not necessarily the leading, because it's been back and forth, just how close it is with that much time we have left.
Yeah, the windows are very small, like you said, Robert, so the ball movement's got to be good on the Bobcat side, and the windows that are open for some passes to get down low, get some good looks, they're small, but they can do that by good, crisp passing. They've had a few possessions where they've done just that, and they've gotten good looks and good baskets. So that's what you're looking for the Bobcats. You got to be aggressive, but you got to be smart too. You mentioned foul trouble, and That's how they lost the game against Palm Beach. So let's see if the Bobcats can be aggressive but still play smart here.
Efficient basketball in the best words here as Langer puts that one up from the free throw line.
I'll tell you, the Manta Rays have done a good job just answering. Every time the Bobcats seem to get on a little run offensively, they've answered well.
68-62 is the score here as he misses that one. Ball given to Quebec at midcourt on the left side, moving on the interior to the top of the key, spins around, double coverage. Ball is stripped to Fawcett. Fawcett hurls it to Gilbert. Gilbert for two, misses. Seldenridge has the ball, back to Wharton. Wharton on the inside. Wharton against Fawcett as he goes down. There's a call against Jacksonville. Exactly with 7 minutes left, it seems. Against Thomas Fawcett, the guard from Middleburg, Florida. And it means that Wharton will be at the free throw line.
So 7 minutes left, all these possessions, and, you know, we mentioned it from the very beginning, all free throws are important, but you're starting to get down to a certain amount of possessions left in the game, so these all have to count.
Again, Wharton was 85-97 entering tonight's contest as he puts that one nicely in. Swish. It's 68-63. Second opportunity for Wharton at the free throw line. Misses that one, unfortunately, here. Fawcett has the ball for Jacksonville. Jesus Rice has the ball now after a pass from Fawcett. Back to Fawcett now, being defended by Wharton. Fawcett moving to his right with a deep three potential connection by Pickens that is missed. Fight for the ball here between Dylan McLeod and Seldenridge. Some discussion between the officials. And it looks like that Jacksonville will have possession at the baseline, it seems, with Tyson Gilbert.
They're trying to get the shot clock right. I think they want it reset to 18 seconds.
Some discussion here about the scoreboard and
yeah, we're right in on the action here, Robert.
Right on the edge.
I wish I could explain what's happening, but
they're looking at the shot clock specifically in the timing of it, it seems. As you said, I think they were calling for 18 seconds on the shot clock from.
Yeah, I think there's some question about a reset on it.
Well, there it is. 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
Okay. That's what they wanted.
Ball is up in the air, given to McLeod for Jacksonville on the right side. Fawcett for three, puts that one in from the left. 71-63. Both plays from the left side, I should have said. As the ball is picked up by Quebec, then goes out of play. Right by the PHSC bench. Garcia will have the ball on the sideline here. Defended by Fawcett, down low to Sauce, back to Garcia. Garcia at the top of the key on the left side. Ball taken away by Dylan McLeod. Cloyd moving around with a shot that goes off the rim. As they reset here, another opportunity, floater for two. That one misses as he goes down on the ground inside the middle paint. Wharton has the ball being defended now by Pickens. Left wing, Wharton moving at the center, defended by McLeod. Given to Seldenridge, moving on the left. Inside, layup, misses. Ball intercepted, but then taken back for Jacksonville. Pickens on the move against two. Layup puts it in on the left side. It's 73-63, a 10-point lead now for Jacksonville. Quebec almost loses the ball as Tyson Gilbert goes right up on the left side. A call against Tyson Gilbert for Jacksonville, which means that Ben Quebec will be at the free throw line.
Yeah, Bobcats are going to have to make a little run here, Robert, to stay in it. Down by 10, 5:10 left.
5 minutes and 10 seconds left in this thing. It's coming down to the wire. Ball is in. Again, Quebec was 42 of 51 entering tonight's game. I see Darius Miles is in as well for PHSC. 73 to 65. Pickens has the ball for Jacksonville, moving up midcourt. Pickens steps back, being defended by Miles. Miles trying to go in with a jab. Pickens on the left side now against Miles. Pickens spins around. Pickens interior, jump for two. There's a call. Worthen in disbelief of the call as Darius Miles is called. I believe it was for a push. Amari Pickens will be at the free throw line. Puts that one in. Could be a 10-point game here if he gets this next one. And it will be a 10-point game. Worthen has the ball. Worthen being defended by Jesus Rice. Hurl ball to Quebec. Double coverage, left wing. Down low to Stosh with the attempted connection, but Miles has the ball for Stosh. Back to Quebec, deep three, left side, puts it in, mamma mia! And they grab three, 75 to 68. Great internal passing there by the Bobcats to keep the play alive with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left inside the second half. Fawcett to McLeod. McLeod for two, puts it in. Middle lane drive. It's 77 to 68. Miles to Worthen now. Worthen being defended by Rice, double coverage down low to Miles. As he goes down on the ground at midcourt, there's going to be a call. Andrews visibly frustrated. There's a call against number 44, Thomas Fawcett, as we get a media timeout.
Very animated bench here on the Jacksonville side.
They are. They always are. I've seen them in the playoffs last season when I covered them. Always animated, no matter what.
Yeah, well, they've played in a lot of big games these last couple of years. They've been to the national tournament, so they know what it's like to come down to the final few minutes in these close contested matches and big games, conference games, and, you know, obviously playoffs.
Yeah, and both head coaches have a wealth of experience in that, obviously. Jacksonville, you know, with the new interim head coach with Toriano Andrews, 2 seasons assistant coach. Last season, they won the Region 8 tournament. Then they won against Neat State. They made it to the national tournament. They lost in the second round, but then they made themselves a way back to the 7th place finish in the reconciliation bracket. Of course, Phil Gaffney, who's not here tonight, but is a great coach, of course, built up programs inside Georgia Highlands, made it to national tournaments multiple times, Final Fours. So he has an understanding of it as well. So, again, every conference game is going to matter because it dictates seed placement, you know. It's better to be the number 1 seed or number 2 seed than it is number 3 or number 4. And we saw that last year, PHSC with a 2-10 conference record last season. And they got eliminated early by Jacksonville in the Region 8 tournament at home just last spring.
See if the Bobcats can. They've shot pretty well from the line tonight. See if they can make a couple here.
Miles is 4 and 6 from the free throw line. Rice has the ball, given to Pickens. Pickens slows it down, being defended by Worthen. Pickens moving to the left, top of the key, fades for 2. Ball is connected between the hands of Joseph Stosh and Dylan McLeod, as Joseph Stosh will have the ball at the baseline here for PHSC. Worthen to Miles. Straight to Seldom Ridge to Quebec from Worthen. Quebec baseline drive inside to Seldom Ridge for 2.
Good job by Quebec there, finding the open man.
7-point game. Great job with some great passing between Seldom Ridge, Quebec, and Worthen. Langer being defended by Seldom Ridge at the center circle.
Bobcats are going to need a couple of good offensive or defensive stops here to stay in this game.
Pickens directing traffic. He's at the left wing, now moving to his right inside. Layup. Ball is going to go in. 9-point game. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. Worthen. Intercepted by Langer. Middle drive. That one goes off the rim. But then that is picked up by Jacksonville for 2, and we're going to have a timeout, 81-70. As of right now.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville getting out to an 11-point lead now. I think that's their biggest of the game, and it comes at a bad time for the Bobcats, obviously, with just 2:34 left. Bobcats getting a little sloppy there and turning the ball over, and you can't do that in the last couple minutes.
You cannot. Again, 81-70, 2 minutes and 34 seconds inside the second half. One team will be 0-2 in conference play, and one will be 1-1. And again, that dictates the rest of the season. It could be a momentum builder or crusher, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, not the end of the world to be 0-2, but obviously you'd like to pick up a win. So if you're 0-2, you know, you gotta start winning a couple to get your confidence level, if nothing else, back to you.
And PHSC only has 3 more conference games at home, at least. So, and home games have been mostly their strong suit this season, of course, including that 6-game winning streak at home against non-conference opponents, which broke the record from last season. Garcia to Quebec. Quebec spinning to his right, past the 3-point line to Garcia, to Seldom Ridge. Deep 3, puts it in.
They needed that.
Crunch time by Seldom Ridge. Deep 3 from the left corner. Garcia double coverage to Seldom Ridge, who bumps into Amari Pickens. And Jesus Rice will have the ball in front of the PHSC bench. Given to Pickens from Rice. Going up, double coverage to Langer. Back for 3 for McCloy. That goes off the rim. Ball is picked up by PHSC from Joseph Stosh to Garcia. Ball right to us.
I was going to catch that.
Worthen moving on the interior. Right short corner. Trying to move around, and there's going to be a call.
Thought he had the basket. Little shoot 2, I believe.
Call against Tyson Gilbert of Jacksonville here. That's huge.
Yes. Would have been nicer if he made it, but he's still going to shoot 2. Almost made it.
Worthen, a key contributor. He scored 35 points last game against Palm Beach as he puts this one up.
Some of your players, they really excel, you know, in the big games. See if Worthen is one of them.
Remember last season it was Joseph Stosh and Kalen Wiggins, and they're still on this roster. 81-75, 6-point game, 1 minute and 43 seconds. Quebec being defended. Potential layup there. Ball is still moving around. I cannot see from the view between the Jacksonville coach and the official, Toriano Andrews and the official.
Call on the Bobcats.
Call against Quebec.
It's a 2-shot foul, I believe.
And that means that Dylan McCloy, the guard from Jacksonville, Florida, 6'2", will be at the free throw line, puts that one in. Ben Quebec fouled out last game against Palm Beach. That one is in as well, so it's 82-75 now. Stosh to Garcia. To Quebec. Quebec with the ball that is up in the air and picked up by McCloy of Jacksonville. McCloy to Langer. Ball is out of play as he stepped out of bounds, I believe.
I think he called timeout as he was stepping out of bounds, and the ref gave it to him. So it'll be timeout for Jacksonville.
Thank you for the clarification. 83-75, 1 minute and 21 seconds left inside this game. It's really, we just have a few moments left inside this game. I mean,
thought the Bobcats, they made a little run there, and if they could have gotten that rebound, they gave multiple looks to Jacksonville, and then, of course, on the last look, they committed the foul and gave up the 2 free throws. If they had that back and could have gotten the rebound, could have been looking at a little different story.
One of the biggest problems is fouls this year and turnovers. Those are the 2 major issues, and they've been working on it slowly but surely this season. And
of course, when you get pressed at the end of a game and you're trying to make things happen, that's, you'll commit more fouls, obviously.
It's a bit frantic, obviously. And it's about composure, I think, in the end of it.
Yep.
So both teams will be out on the court here.
And give credit to Jacksonville. They've gotten a couple of turnovers out of the Bobcats, but they're putting pressure on them. And they haven't let up. You would think that Jacksonville may back off a little bit, maybe not give up an easy basket, a quick, easy basket, but they haven't. They've kept the pressure on. They've benefited from a couple of turnovers here at midcourt.
Tyson Gilbert will be at the baseline for Jacksonville, given to McCloyd. Now to Langier, being defended by Seldom-Ridge. Langier at the top of the key, now steps way back past the three-point line, almost at midcourt, being defended by Joseph Stosh.
Bobcats are going to have to foul here, way too much off the clock.
And I cannot see because of the view here, as there's a stoppage in play.
Yeah, possession error, I think, is with Jacksonville right now. So they'll keep the ball.
So Gilbert will have the ball at the baseline for Jacksonville. McCloyd has the ball. Given to Pickens.
Yeah, I think the Bobcats are letting way too much time come off. Oh, they got the turnover, though.
They do have the turnover here, but with 51.2 seconds, it's going to be some fast scoring.
Yeah, I would look for a good look at a 3, maybe.
Joseph Stosh will have the ball facing the crowd here for PHSC.
Yeah, Jacksonville's going to continue with pressure. I don't blame them.
Garcia has the ball after a pass from Joseph Stosh down low to Stosh.
Oh.
As he goes down, and there's going to be a call against Jacksonville, that being Albert Langier, with exactly 45 seconds left.
And if you're Jacksonville, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to put them at the line with the clock stopped. But that's what the Bobcats will have. So now the Bobcats got to make their free throws, and then they got to press and get a quick turnover.
Joseph Stosh, 39-55, entering tonight's contest at the free throw line. Unfortunately, he misses that one.
Yeah, it's hard to come back when you miss the free throws, when you're down by 8 here.
Second opportunity. And they missed that one.
Yeah. Got to get a turnover. You got to foul on, but
Pickens moving, double coverage.
Pickens is who you don't want at the line. He's a good free throw shooter.
Seldom-Ridge and Garcia trying to go at him all the way in front of the Jacksonville bench on the right wing. Pickens. Pickens will have the ball right in front of us. Double coverage. Langier up midcourt, hurls it to Rice as we get another call. A call against Seldom-Ridge, and that will potentially do it here.
Well, you know, in every game, Robert, there's good coaching moments. I'm sure the Bobcat coaches will go over some things, especially at the end of the game here with the Bobcats.
Jesus Rice tries to put that one up and misses at the free throw line. 83-75 is the score right now. Jacksonville leading. But we'll grab that one. Quebec, double coverage. Quebec given to Garcia at midcourt. Garcia to Quebec. Quebec spins around to Seldom-Ridge. To Garcia. Baseline drive on the right side. Puts it up for 2. Nice job by Garcia to get some last-minute points as we get another call here. With exactly 13 seconds left.
Well, we still got 13 seconds, Robert. I just want to say how impressed I am with the broadcast. We've come a long way with the technology, and your broadcasting obviously continues to be outstanding. And I want to thank Tyler again for setting everything up. What a great guy to work with.
Absolutely. I appreciate the kind words and, of course, support from all of Bobcat Nation. And it's what drives us every day as Dylan McLeod puts that one in from the free throw line. Of course, we'll have 3 more home conference games, and you can check out that on the social media pages and, of course, on the Athletics YouTube channel. It's already scheduled for those 3 home conference games. They're 100% free to attend as well. Wharton is now moving in. Left wing, jump for 3. That one misses. Stoss tries to recover the ball, but it goes out of play. 5.8 seconds left inside the second half here, the closing half.
Jacksonville just run the clock out. They'll have a nice trip home.
So Jacksonville will win this game 86-77. Jacksonville will be 1-1 in conference. They move to a 15-6 overall record. PHSC now 0-2 in conference. They move to a 9-14 overall record. PHSC with some strong moments but cannot finish strong tonight. But nevertheless, PHSC will be back at it again, of course, in the coming weeks. And obviously, we'll have to see as the conference games progress who's going to be the number 1 seed, number 4 seed, all that type of seed placement, because every game counts. And obviously, it was a great, great joy to have Bob Bade on the commentary tonight. And, of course, Tyler Clausen, our producer, for doing such a fantastic job. And all of our Bobcat Nation fans out there supporting us here. For everyone at PHSC Athletics and beyond, I'm Robert Lischak. This is Bob Bade. Stay safe out there. Good night, everyone.